I can guarantee you that there is a possibility, there is a 100% possibility that you will be asked at least 2 of these questions. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I must say thank you very much for the people who are live with me today. I'm here just with a quick video so we can go over the 10 questions that I did start talking about on that live earlier. Again, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in my future lives. So if you have not subscribed to my channel as yet, go ahead and hit that button that says subscribe. It's free of cost. Turn your notification bells on so that when all my videos come up, you will be informed. Okay guys, so let's get straight into it. So I did say earlier, one of the main questions, tell us a little bit about yourself. And this might seem simple, but you want to make sure you're selling yourself in this answer. You can sell yourself by telling them how your educational background and experiences have prepared you to become an excellent teacher. Another question that they tend to ask is, what would your current employer say about you? Now, not all employers are going to say something positive or negative about you, but you want to make sure you are leaving positive things for your employer to say about you, so that if you leave, when someone calls for reference, there's something positive that's sticking out. After the pandemic, all employers, especially administrators in schools, they want to know this. And this is the main question they're going to be asking you. What type of online experience do you have? They want to know if you had any experience with hybrid teaching or concurrent teaching. And concurrent teaching meaning you have students in class and online at the same time. Or is it that you're just doing online only? They want to know what your experience is, what type of software your school uses. So guys, you need to think about how you're using your technology with your students, because what's going to follow that question is, how do you use the technology to enhance your students' learning? So very important questions after pandemic. All employer wants to know what or how do you use technology to enhance your students' learning. Another important question they want to know about you, and they might ask you to just give them a scale of 1 to 10, is what is your comfort level using the technology? So you need to think about that before your interview. Like, am I comfortable with the technology? Am I a beginner? Do I need more help? And you got to be truthful, because after the pandemic and we see where we had to scurry to just teach students online and find different ways to meet our students, they want to know what your level is, so that if it is that they need to give you training or send you to professional development, they know they can plan for that. So think about your professional level comfort, whether it be at 5 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 or 10 out of 10, so you can give an answer for that. Another question your employer will ask for a teaching position is, what does it mean to you to be a professional? Now, for me personally, being a professional entails how you dress, how you communicate with parents, how you communicate with your administrators, your students. How is it that you get your work organized and ready for delivery? So you should think about, what is it that you think a professional should be or should look like, and you can always research and see what works best for you and explain it the best way that you can. Another very important question that employers want to know is, how do you use data to guide your instruction? Data, very important. They want to know, after your students are tested, what are you doing with the data? Are you using it to enhance your students by doing an x-ray on it? As one of my colleagues would say, Diane, are you doing that x-ray on your data to make sure you're seeing what is it that your students need? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? How is it that you're going to use this data now to improve on their weaknesses? They want to know that. The question they'd ask is, what would they see if they walk in your classroom, whether it be physically or virtually? What would your students be doing? Okay, I know for me, I usually talk about my gradual release model. So depending on the time that they walk in, if they walk in at the beginning, I would be modeling my lesson, and then after, my students and myself will be practicing the skill, and then after, they'll be working independently, whether it be in small groups or by themselves, and I'm also sitting at my teacher table with another small group. So they want you to be specific. Tell them what is it they will see when they come in. How familiar are you with the balanced literacy approach? Now, they want to know that you are incorporating the different areas of the balanced literacy approach in your lesson. This is something that you need to think about, how you're going to answer them, and how is it that you incorporate the different areas of the balanced literacy approach in your lesson, because they're going to ask you that, especially if you're teaching at the elementary level where you need to be teaching students reading. And another thing that they will be asking is if you have any questions for them. This is where you're going to, after researching the school, and there are things that you weren't clear on, or you were clear on some things but you want additional information on it, you want to make sure you have a question to ask also. It's always important to ask a question at the end when it's your turn to ask a question. So of all the questions that I just shared with you, I can guarantee you that there is a possibility, there is a 100% possibility that you will be asked at least 2 of these questions, and the 2 that I am basically betting that they will ask you: your experience with online teaching, which includes technology and how we use technology in the classroom, and also about your data for instructions, how you use your data to drive your instructions. Guys, if you do an interview and you're asked any of those 2 questions, comment it below and let me know. Or if not those 2, comment below any of the questions that I just shared with you that you were asked in your interview. Best of luck. So as I said, I was just going to come back quickly for the people who are on my live and we got disconnected, just to go over the 10 questions. And I did say earlier, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. There's more to come. My next topic is going to be on the J1 waiver, its importance, and is it legal for us to waive that visa, yes or no. If you would like to hear more about being an international teacher and what it entails, go ahead and subscribe so you can learn as we go along, because I enjoy sharing my experiences. Again, thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.